Sup, dudes? So I had this thought. Whatever happened to Ragnarok Zero? Overall, not necessarily only in Europe, but I remember specifically the European players were super excited about playing Ragnarok Zero when that was like in 2020. The first private server of Ragnarok Zero came up, and there was so many people playing it. It was so good. I swear I had so much fun on that server. I hadn't had so much fun in Ragnarok Online ever since, I think. It was the craziest thing. But whatever happened to the idea? See, last time I played Ragnarok Zero was last year when I played KRO Zero, and uh, I hate to say it, but it didn't feel very popular, even for KRO. Like, there weren't that many people playing it. I mean, I understand the Korean server had a lot of issues where game masters were selling Zenny and just crazy stuff like that. But still, I would imagine there would be, quite a decent amount of people playing it, and it kind of felt like a European server in terms of like amount of players, which by Korean standards is very low. But why don't we have a dedicated European server for Ragnarok Zero? Why do we keep getting garbage from 4Game in terms of Revo Classic, in terms of this new renewal server that is just one big cash grab? Why did Warp Portal shut down its Ragnarok Zero server? Is nobody played there? Is it because it was... I haven't played there actually, and I don't really remember. Is it because it was like super concentrated on cash shops, there was no updates again, and I don't see people demanding it. I see interest in pre-renewal servers, but I don't see much interest in Ragnarok Zero, and it's a shame because I like those mechanics a lot more because it was renewal, and the skills were a lot better. So I could play a stalker and actually kill things with backstab, for example, or I could play a hunter with traps, or I could play a high priest with Magnus Exorcismus, and it was extremely fun. I could do an instance solo and an alchemist. It was fantastic. Like, Synex would just destroy things with Meteor Assault. It was nice. Things were actually harder to kill, yes, because it's renewal. They have different numbers and stuff, but overall, I had a lot of fun. And MMOs nowadays, especially super niche MMOs like Ragnarok Online, should be going towards more of a solo player friendly experience because we can't rely on that much group content anymore. Which is why a lot of those private pre-renewal servers, for example, have people freaking have dual accounts. I was gonna say dual times 15, but like 15 active accounts at the same time. And instead of playing with other people, they play with themselves, just on 15 different characters at the same time. So they have like a soul linker, a high priest, a paladin with gospel, and I don't know, a bard, a wanderer, and they just have a whole party going, and it's just one dude. Because you can't actually do the content because it's too hard for one person. And they're probably decked out with the best gear as well. So I like the idea of Ragnarok Zero, and I wish it was there. I think it would be cool if somebody came up with a fresh Ragnarok Zero server for Europe with no lags, but make it in a way that didn't destroy the community like the original Ragnarok Zero did, which was way too fast leveling in terms of the content updates. I think the rates were like 5 times the original XP rates, and Ragnarok Zero's XP tables are much more different than regular pre-renewal, for example. As you get to level 85, like really quickly, and then it really starts to pick up at like level 90, where you actually have to grind. But still, you get to level 85, really quickly. You start doing things that are available to you. So you start doing the free instances, the GTB instance, the Maya instance, the Orc Hero instance, and maybe you want to do the Drake one or the Fish one, and then you just kind of run out of content. Because I remember us doing that, and like we ran out of content within a span of a month, and we made multiple characters to like level 99 in that 1 month because it took so little time, and especially with those new skills. That I could make a rogue that just soloed Niflheim all day, every day, and don't even get me started on knights. Knights just made 1 to 99 in 1 day because it was easy. So don't make that. If you make Ragnarok Zero for Europe, I believe this should be kept at rates 1x for the drop as well. as just zero drop rates are kind of cool that you get so many weapons, but 99% of them are useless because of all those affixes. You only want to get, you only want to get like an arc one with plus 60 magic attack, for example, or just you don't want to get the garbage affixes. You want to get the good ones, so you end up with stashes and just loads and loads of gear that you have to trash anyway, and it's all worthless to an NPC, by the way, because all the gear costs 10 zenny in Ragnarok Zero because it drops so much, right? And you would get so many sets of desert gear, for example, just out of nowhere. So yeah, I did have a whole different experience in KRO Zero, by the way, because the gear is a bit different too, and I can't quite remember what I was using. I think it was better because they have the new updates of the trans classes, and there's a lot more and a lot cooler gear than there is on the current private server for Ragnarok Zero. But if somebody ends up making a private server for Ragnarok Zero, please make one starting with trans classes to begin with, but also don't make it at 5x XP rates, make it at 1x XP rates, because there's a difference between a private server of pre-renewal with 5x and 1x versus Ragnarok Zero. And that's about it. I kind of want to know, did you guys like Ragnarok Zero? As I did, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was one of the best experiences I've had in Ragnarok in a very long time. And I also hope you enjoy seeing my Abyss Chaser just kill things in Old Glass Time challenge mode in the background. I'll see you in the next video.